Hello YouTube. In this video I'm going to explain how I learn languages exactly. Through the years I've changed my method of learning languages a lot, but I've been interested in studying foreign languages ever since I was 9 years old, and I think by now I have a pretty good system, and I don't think it'll change, at least not too much, from here on. Every day my study habits consist of two parts. The first part is mostly memorizing vocabulary. I'll go through all the words I've previously memorized, and I'll memorize a set of new words too. And then the second part is mostly about listening to things, like on the internet or on YouTube. I would listen to things in that language, and while I'm listening I might hear a word that I had been memorizing, and then it will process a little better in my head, and then every time I hear that word it'll process a little faster, and so the more I listen, the more easily I'll understand what's going on. And so those are the two parts of my daily study. And then right now my program consists mostly of 6 weeks. As you can see here, the first week I'll be memorizing miscellaneous vocabulary. I composed a list of about 500 to 600 words on it. They're everyday words like animals, numbers, and things like that. And for the listening part, I would listen to things on YouTube about normal things, like if there's a TV show available, I would listen to that, because that would mostly have those kind of words in it. So I'll do that for the first 2 weeks. The second set of 2 weeks, I will memorize church vocabulary, because church vocabulary is relevant to me, and to get a list of church vocabulary, I would read a church magazine or the Book of Mormon or something, and write down all of the new words that I learn into a new list and memorize those words. I'll do that for about a half hour every day, and then for the second half hour I would listen to something that has those kind of words in it, like General Conference, for example, because General Conference is available in most any language that I would be studying. And then for the final set of 2 weeks, week 5 and week 6, I will be studying political vocabulary. I'll find political vocabulary in newspapers mostly, and so I'll find an online newspaper and I will record the words that I didn't know and memorize those for the first half hour, and then for the second half hour I would listen to the news if available. And that's most of my 6-week program. I'm also working on an 18-week program. I'm gonna try it out next summer, because then I'll have the time to talk to people on Skype, because it's gonna involve Skype more. How that 18-week program will work, it'll be 3 sets of this 6-week program. I'll do everything all the same the first 6 weeks. See, I'm gonna try this out with Tamil. I'll do all of this the same, and then for the next set of 6 weeks I'm gonna go on Skype, and then for the first half hour chat with people and write down the new words I learn, and then for the second half hour I'll talk to them over microphone and write down any new words. And I'll do that for 6 weeks. Hopefully I can get pretty good at Tamil. I've always wanted to be good at a Dravidian language. And then for the third part of that 18-week program, I'll have 6 weeks and it'll be almost identical to this first set of 6 weeks, only instead of only studying and memorizing new vocabulary, I'll do that along with practicing translating. Like what I would probably do is for for the first week, I would find a blog or something in that language, and I'd practice trying to translate it to English. And of course, I'll make a new list of vocabulary words, and I'll try my best to memorize those. And then for the next week, I would take blogs like that and try and translate them from English to the target language, and then write down any words that I can't think of how to say in that language. And I'll do that for these 6 weeks, and I'll see what happens after that. So yeah, that's my language learning method, at least for right now. Right now I'm working on Slovene. Got a few books here for reference. There's Colloquial Slovene and Slovene Dictionary and Phrase Book. They're pretty good, I guess. Yeah. And so yeah, right now I'm on my second week of Slovene, so like today, for example, I memorized a bunch of words from the list that I composed, and I listened to some videos on a website called vest.si. It has a lot of things, because I couldn't find a real good show with a lot of talking on it on YouTube. There was just a bunch of episodes of this thing of a show called Tvoj Problem or something like that. It was a funny show. It's just there wasn't really any talking, so I had to find another source, which was vest.si. Well, that's most of my language learning method for right now. I'll try and make some more videos talking about languages and in languages. Well, I'll see you later.